So welcome back to a little bit of a different video. I wanted to do kind of like a 2022 channel recap. You're gonna hear me like clicking on my laptop in the background as I basically go through all of the playlists that we finished off or started. There's a couple of different things that we didn't necessarily start in 2022, but we finished them in 2022, so I'm still going to kind of count them as being done, I guess, in 2022, and kind of just give my opinion on it and stuff. Because I'm kind of interested to go back and take a look at what was going on. So literally the first thing that I seemed to kind of wrap up and finish was like a big turning point, and that was the Minecraft content on the channel. I was previously doing a Let's Build survival thing on like a previous world, and me, being the idiot that I am, tricked myself into thinking that it was all glitched out and broken, and in reality it wasn't. I had just got really paranoid about it. And it kind of happened around the time that we got Caves and Cliffs Part 2, and I had already kind of experienced a lot of the update, and I was like, look, I need to start a fresh world, it is time, like, on top of all this paranoia, and we finished off that Minecraft survival series, and it's, like, no longer really relevant to any of the Minecraft stuff that I'm doing now, but I'm happy with the progress that I have made on the current Minecraft stuff, and we're actually coming up to like a year of that content existing. So the other thing that I'm assuming I finished it, but I definitely don't remember starting it in January of 2022, but my Sims 4 Rat Gang with their little trailer, their like trailer park build, I was really happy with that trailer park build. There was just not a lot I could do in terms of content, and I was happy with how it turned out. It was fine. We've got, like, I did some Sims 4 renovations as well. I did some just regular Sims episodes that kind of span off from the Rat Gang stuff. But honestly, when it comes to making content on The Sims, I really struggle to make it entertaining. And I struggle to play it for long periods of time. And I ended up dropping that pretty quick. We started, 2022 not on a good foot. We finished up Dying Light in January of this year. I believe that also includes the DLC. That was what I was playing at the time, the following DLC. And you know what? I really enjoyed Dying Light, my playthrough of Dying Light. I was really happy with the main game right up until the end. I thought it was a pretty solid game, and I'm sure that at some point in time I will go back and revisit it. I'm happy with my playthrough of that. I don't think I would ever do like a re-playthrough of the series. Then we have Man of Medan, which I believe I played with Ryan. There's 9 videos in that. Did I play that with Ryan? I'm gonna have to click on it now and have a look. I don't remember doing 9 episodes. Maybe I played it on my own, and then later in the year played it with Ryan. I believe, yeah, this was my solo playthrough. I had no idea that I played that. It says 2 years ago. Might have started it. Oh. Yeah, no. This was my stuff with Ryan. Because we played through Man of Medan and then we played through Little Hope. They were both this year. That was, 10 months ago. Wow. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. I do like the Dark Anthology games. I think they're pretty cool, and I would like to play through House of Ashes at some point with Ryan on stream. Obviously, when I'm doing that, I'll try and let you guys know. We'll get round to it eventually. Then we had Dying Light 2, Stay Human, which was the first game that I bought for like 2022 that was actually releasing in 2022. You know what? I enjoyed Dying Light 2. I massively did prefer it gameplay-wise and in terms of design and stuff, and even in terms of story, I preferred it over the first one. It did feel like a genuine improvement, and I'm happy with how that went through. Then we started the WWE, which I did an episode of My Rise and realised I ain't doing My Rise. I sort of started doing Universe Mode around that time, and I was also doing the Batman Arkham series at that time. I had no idea I was playing through it this year, but I played through Arkham City this year. And you know what? I finally did an Arkham City playthrough that I enjoyed. I was happy with how that turned out. I had a bash at doing some tier lists. I think it got decent views. I think I ranked like all live action Batman villains, which was fun. I started my State of Decay 2 tips and tricks thing, which didn't really go anywhere, I guess. I had like pages upon pages upon pages of like all these different videos I was going to make, and you know, all of these tutorials and tips and hints, and I wanted to get people to comment, and it was going to be like this thing where we all band together and I can make content about it. And I did one video. I got like, to be fair, it did kind of pop off in terms of views at the time, but I just wasn't particularly happy with it. And at the time I was also doing my SOD2 Last Breath playthrough, which was my final lethal playthrough on Drucker County, which was incredibly stressful. It was like 23 episodes long, and I was just like, you know what? I want to focus on other stuff right now. There were other games that I wanted to play. And one of those was Batman Arkham Origins, which is another one where I'm like, I made like a custom little logo for it like I did with Arkham City. I really enjoyed playing through Arkham Origins again. It's not one of those that I'm going to get the opportunity to revisit probably ever again, but I'm glad that I've kind of replayed through it and brushed up on it. And kind of had that opportunity to revisit it because I hadn't played it since it first initially released. Then I uploaded a Far Cry highlights video, and the audio was fucked on it. But it's out there, I guess. I uploaded 2 episodes of As Dusk Falls in the summer of 2022, so we're about halfway through the year. It's been a fairly solid year so far with SOD2 Last Breath, and you know, we finished up like Mass Effect and stuff. It weren't too bad. We start getting into some heavy hitters of games that I really enjoyed like halfway through the year. But I didn't end up finishing As Dusk Falls. I know a lot of people enjoyed that game. I, for one, was not one of them. And I said this at the time, I was really, really struggling to finish it. I think it was really, really unique and cool in terms of like its design and the way that they did it like cinematically, just visually and stuff. It was great and it was cool and it was like reading an actual graphic novel, but in terms of creating content for it, I didn't have the attention span. I constantly found myself like checking my phone for notifications or checking the time, like looking over at my laptop and stuff, and I like games that I can get lost in and be like, oh shit, I've been playing this for like 40 minutes. I need to like stop the recording and start a new session. And that was just not one of these games. It was dragging along. The next on this list was probably one of my favourite games that I've played this year. And it didn't come out this year, but it's Watch Dogs Legion. And I've got to say, it's probably my favourite Watch Dogs game. I enjoyed it a hell of a lot. I love the design of it. I love the fact that it's set in London. I love the customization options. The story is solid. I do wish that we got more time in terms of the campaign. I wish the campaign was longer, and I wish that there was a little bit more emphasis on like, don't recruit too many people, because I think this game is meant to be played with like 3 or 4 core characters. And it prompts you to just recruit as many people as you want. And I didn't enjoy having like 8 or 9 people that I had to kind of juggle between. And I think I would have had a lot more fun if I had like 2 or 3 people that I bounced between instead. Then we had like 2K mode, not 2K mode, 2K22 My GM mode. I actually did enjoy doing that. That was quite fun. I only did 2 episodes on it, but I enjoyed it. I also was playing through the Hitman trilogy this year, Really, really glad that I finally got to finish it. I think I played through both 2 and 3 this year, and I think I remember enjoying 2. I don't think I enjoyed 3 that much. Fuck that Hong Kong mission on 3. I think it's the Hong Kong mission. I don't know. It's nighttime. There's like in like a rainy neon cityscape level, and it's got like the underground lab. I fucking hated that mission. And I just, oh god, I hated it so much. I played through Watch Dogs 1, which was weirdly such a good game. I wasn't expecting Watch Dogs 1 to be as good as it was. And yeah, I really fucking liked it. It was great. And kind of throughout the year, as we're going through this, I was periodically uploading Minecraft videos for the newest stuff. And we're currently on 19 videos, which is pretty solid. I'm hoping to up that for 2023. I really want to put like my foot down when it comes to Minecraft content and kind of figure out what I'm doing with it. But throughout all of it, in between all of these playthroughs, I was uploading, random Minecraft videos to keep people updated. We hit a massive milestone though. On October the 1st, I uploaded my final episode of Skyrim. I have been playing Skyrim since... Let me see if I can find out here. I want to see when... So this is not going to be too accurate of a date because I had to re-upload it from my old channel. I started on my second channel. Let's have a look. Episode 1 was uploaded 3 years ago. And I think that was like 3 or 4 months after I'd started uploading it on my other channel. So I've been playing through Skyrim for the past 3 fucking years. I finally finished it. I got to a point where I was happy with, I finished all the main missions. I'm happy with where it is. It was insane. And I am still happy with it. I probably will never ever play it ever again on the channel. I'll probably never play it ever again, just period. But I enjoyed it. And then we hit into the current run of playthroughs. And bearing in mind I was also uploading WWE Universe Mode content throughout all of this, which is currently at 40 episodes, where we started off with NXT and branched into the NWA, which is where we currently are now, and I'm loving it. I absolutely adore doing Universe Mode right now. It reminds me of how it used to. Back when I used to just only upload Universe Mode. I don't know, there's something about that playlist. It's my favourite one that I'm currently doing. And then we started Dead Rising. On November the 1st. I have been playing Dead Rising 1, Dead Rising 2, and now we're finishing off Case West. We did Case 0 as well. So, we've played through 2.5 games. Dead Rising 1, it was fine. It was a lot of fun. That was the important part. I think, just like Dead Rising 2, there were a lot of moments where I'm just stood around waiting for stuff, and even right now I'm getting ready to record some more Case West, and I'm stood around waiting for the timer to deplete. And I'm realising now, a lot of people were complaining about Dead Rising and they took away the timer, there's no threat of failure and stuff. It didn't feel like there was for me anyway. Even though I guess I did fuck up Dead Rising 1's ending, but I don't feel like that's particularly my fault. I wasn't prompted to go anywhere to get a certain ending, I was just told to wait until the chopper arrived. And for some reason that fucked up. But on December 10th was the last upload for... Was that the last upload? Yes, December 10th was the last upload for my SOD2 Forever playthrough, and I'm going to be talking about that a little bit at the end. So I'll probably timestamp it if you want to listen specifically to that and you want to skip the whole recap. I'm doing a little bit of an impromptu podcast, a chatty hyena podcast recap kind of thing, just very impromptu. But yeah, so we uploaded 19 episodes for round 1 of State of Decay 2 Forever. we're doing the whole cheeky challenge thing, which is like wave after wave after wave after wave. And I'm currently in like my break mode for that. And the most recent playlist that we started, obviously disregarding Dead Rising 2, which we finished back on the 27th, GTA 4. And I have missed one, but I'm gonna reference it in a minute because it's probably gonna take me a while to finish. But GTA 4, really enjoying it. You guys seem to be enjoying it a lot as well. I appreciate the comments and the feedback and stuff that you guys are giving me on it. I'm enjoying it so far. It's really, really great in terms of, like, nostalgia. It's funny as hell. Like, as a kid, I skipped a lot of the cutscenes, so actually sitting down and watching them now, I appreciate it a lot more. And I'm really looking forward to finishing off GTA 4 and doing the DLC for that as well. Obviously Dead Rising 2, which we just finished. And the big one, Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is one that I'm investing a lot of time into, because it kind of affected me a lot when I first played through it. I've mentioned it previously that, like, when I played through it, I was going through a lot of stuff, IRL, and that definitely affected the amount of attention I was putting into my Cyberpunk playthrough. And this time, I'm getting lost in the world of Cyberpunk. This is one of my favourite games that I have played of this year, and I just cannot wait. Every single time I get on to play it, I'm like, brilliant, I've got loads to do. I've got loads that I could go off and do. I could go grind, like, psycho missions. I could go do races. I could sit and record side missions or main missions. Or I could just fucking walk around and just enjoy the city there. And yeah, I'm encountering glitches. Yeah, I'm encountering bugs. And, you know, most recently we've had some really bad audio ones. But just overall, I'm having such a better experience, which is ironic because I am also recording it at the same time of year as my last one as well. I actually think around January time was like when I was finishing up the playthrough, and I think I'll be surprised if we finish up the playthrough anytime soon. I'm looking to do a lot more on it. So that's like my recap of all the games that I've kind of played. And yeah, I think we've had a pretty decent year in terms of video games. I'm looking forward to the next WWE game. I'm looking forward to Call of Duty, which will be coming pretty soon. I've been pre-recording some of that. We've got more Dead Rising games on the way. Obviously more GTA and the DLC for that. That's like all the stuff on the immediate slate. Because they haven't announced SOD3. They haven't announced, like, any of the games that I'm interested in. We don't know anything about, like, Fable or I don't know. And I'm hoping to upgrade to next gen during 23. So fingers crossed I'll be able to. And now the thing that I don't want to talk about. State of Decay 2. So I said, like, back when I stopped it on December 10th, I was like, look, I need to take a break. SOD2 is one of those games, because I've been playing it since release, which is like 5 years. Almost 6. I've played a lot of that game. I've invested like a lot of my life. A lot of my channel is based around that game. Some of it by choice and some of it not. There's been periods of my life recording that where I've really hated playing it. And there's been periods of my life where I've really enjoyed playing it. And now, I think, like, I created the sort of cheeky challenge stuff to add a different spin on it and make it a little bit more of a challenge. Clues in the name. You know, adding all of these stipulations on so that I have to think more and actively be paying more attention to it, because I do find myself drifting off while I'm watching it, while I'm playing it. I'm like, you know, what time is it? How much longer do I have to record for? Have I got any messages on my phone? Let me check the time. Like, you know, and like I said, whenever I'm doing that with a game, it's like a red flag for me. So I'm taking a break from it. I have intentions of returning to it during 2023. I had originally said back in the final episode of Wave 1 that I was going to return to it either in January or February, and I'm not going to give I'm changing that, and I'm just going to say, to be announced. I will let you guys know when I'm at the stage where it's ready to go out, because I don't want to put like a definitive timeline on something. I don't want to have a deadline of like, oh, I have to go and record State of Decay this month. And I know that there's people that watch the channel that don't care, and they're like, whatever, play whatever you want, it's up to you, it's your channel, you do you, and I'll just watch it whatever. And then there's obviously going to be other people that don't do that, and that's fine. That's just how it works. But I just want to like put it out there that as of right now, I have no intention of returning to it. I'm very, very burnt out on State of Decay, and I'm really enjoying Dead Rising, and I'm really enjoying GTA and COD and WWE and revisiting all these games. And yeah, I don't want to add in yet another game thrown in there that I've had to like rush my way through playing. Obviously, if I get in the mood to play it, it's a different matter. I don't know, next week I might get a load of creative muse to play it. But I kind of just wanted to address that in this video. Since this is like a recap, I can add like a little update on the end. But yeah, so that was my 2022 update. Like I said, I'm really happy with some of the stuff that I've put out on the channel. There's a couple of things that I feel like, you know, they'll do. I'm probably never going to revisit a lot of the stuff on here. But I'm happy that we finished off like the Arkham series. We finished Mass Effect at the start of the year. We're working on Dead Rising. You know, we did some decent stuff this year, and I'm happy with it. And we've got like a higher average viewer count, which is always nice. I'm going to be talking about that. In terms of subscriber count, I don't think we got too many extra. But if you are new and you joined the channel this year, thank you, welcome, hello. I hope you stick around. But yeah, in terms of average views, I'm doing better than I ever have. Well, I guess aside from when Nightmare came out for SOD2, that was pretty intense. But yeah, not for non SOD2 content. This is the best that I've done, and I'm very grateful for the channel. And I've said like, it's just a hobby, and if I get anything out of it, it's a bonus. I love uploading videos regardless, and I just received a message and it threw me off. Sorry, my Discord went off and it threw me off. But yeah, so that was my recap of 2022. If you have any game suggestions, go ahead and comment them. And just be aware of like, I've got a High on Life that I would like to play through at some point. But things are quite crowded at the moment in terms of my content, so things are just going to go out whenever. But my New Year's resolution, as cheesy as it is to hammer down on the YouTube stuff. I know that people often do, like, fitness-related resolutions and shit. My one is for YouTube. I don't want any more dips where I lose motivation and I don't upload for a couple of days. And it sets me back, and it puts me behind. I want to make my recording sessions longer. I want to make my videos consistent. I want the thumbnails to look cool. And yeah, I want to interact with you guys. So I hope you've enjoyed this kind of like first podcast episode kind of thing of my Chatty Hyena stuff. I thought it was fitting to kind of do a recap of the last year. And then we can move on to the next year. And hopefully it'll be pretty cool. So feel free to give this video a thumbs up, or this podcast or whatever. Stick it on in the background and listen to it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.